Hey everyone, and welcome back to day 5 of 12 days of Talia. Also, 2 things I just want to say. Don't mind the swatches. They're new lip products and I'm really excited about it. And one of them is actually on my lips right now. It will be linked down below if you want to know. So enough about my makeup. Today's video is going to be a really fun Q&A. These questions are all going to be from my Instagram account and Twitter. So if you would like to be a part of a Q&A in the future, make sure you are following my Instagram and Twitter. They will also be linked down below, so go check them out. So let's start with the questions, I think. So let's start with the first question. What is your favorite variation? Now, that is a very tough one. I know and have done so many different types of variations. So I'm probably going to have to say Paquita variation. I love that variation so much. It really clicks with me for some reason. It's also kind of my style because I feel like I'm more of a soft and slow dancer. So that variation I love. But also just for the funs of it, I also love the Key Tree Act 1 variation. It always has a place in my heart. It's really fun to do and it just really puts me in character whenever I dance it. But I've got to say there are so many other amazing variations I love. I also really love, what is it called? Grandpa. That is another one of my favorites. I love that one so much. So the next question I have here is, how do you stay motivated and not let your body limitations get you down? Restricted flexibility, turner, etc. Now, I really want to answer this question, but I'm thinking of doing a full video on how to stay motivated and inspired in ballet. So give it a thumbs up if you would like to see that video. Okay, so this next question is, who is your favorite dancer inspiration? And that is without a doubt Sylvie Guillaume. She is my #1 favorite. I love her. She's amazing at everything, artistry, she's flexible. She is just amazing dancer. But she has retired now, which is annoying because I would love to see her dance one day. But I guess that will never happen because she's retired. What is your favorite leotard and dance product? Now, my favorite leotard is without a doubt my mermaid leotard. I like to say, here's a little picture of it. I love this one so much. It is my go-to leotard for auditions and competitions. I just love the color and the fit of it is just perfect, and there's details on it that is just so different to a normal leotard, and that's why I love that one so much. Unfortunately, you can't get this one anymore at Capezio, but I think, I'm not 100% sure, you might be able to still get it in black. So if it is, I definitely suggest grabbing that one. So this next question is going to be multiple questions, as this person, Ava, has asked many questions, so I will answer them all for her. So the first one is, what are you hoping to get for Christmas? I am hoping to get makeup. I really like makeup, and I'm also really hoping I can get one of those bozo boards, Buzu, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but they're this type of wobbly platform with a straight top, so kind of like half a yoga ball, and it's really good for balancing and getting strength in the legs to go on one leg. It's also amazing for core work stuff and anything you want to do on the floor as well. I think it's a really cool gadget thing for ballet to strengthen yourself, and I would really love that for Christmas. And also just room decor things. I'm obsessed with pillows and type of beddings and things for my vanity. I just love anything room decor as well. Her next question is, what's your dream holiday destination? That is super hard. I don't think I have an exact holiday destination I want to go to, but somewhere in Europe would be really cool to go to. I've always wanted to go there, so I guess that would be one of my dream destinations to go to. The next one is, what's your dream company to get into? For me, a dream company would be somewhere that obviously speaks English, so either the Royal Ballet, even the Queensland Ballet that I'm working at is one of my dreams to get into. I just love how it's at home and I can be with my family. But also, like I just said, the Royal Ballet is another dream place to be to. And even anywhere in the United States, I mean, it's a dream to get into any company, and that would be a dream come true if that did happen. She's got 2 more left. So the next one is, what's your favorite Christmas tradition? So my father, he is German. So basically every year we have this thing where we open a present up on Christmas Eve, which is, I've got to say, a really cool tradition. So we do that every year, and it's basically just getting a present early. So I really love doing that, and I think it's pretty cool. So last one is, what's your favorite Christmas food? This is very hard. I love my food. I've got to say, a traditional turkey with the jam and mashed potato is one of my favorite things, and we usually have that on Christmas Eve. But I've got to say, there's this type of kind of a type of sweet thing from Darrelly, which is an Australian confectionery brand, and they sell this nougat thing, and it is the best thing ever. But I must also say, nougat in general is one of my favorite things. I love it. And marzipan as well, which is also kind of like another tradition thing. We always have like marzipan in the house, and those oh, what are they called? I don't know what they're called, but they're like this ginger, it's not gingerbread, I'll show a photo now, but it's this type of German sweet that we also have pretty much every year, and I love that as well. Let's keep on going with the questions. Biggest tip for point work? That is a hard one. I suggest be patient, do your rises, just don't get scared when you're on point, just go for it, because if you do, you'll probably most likely fall back and more likely fall over. So just go for it and make sure your core is tight. That was a kind of a mouthful, but that is the main tip for point, in my opinion. Have you been in any companies or shows? If yes, then what's it like? I have actually been in quite a few shows, and even a performance for the Queensland Ballet Company. I was in the Swan Lake this year in around April, and that was my first proper actual performance with the company. I mean, it wasn't a real eye-opening thing to what it's like, and the only reason why is because I've done previous shows with this youth ballet company before, so I kind of already got a taste to what it's like to be in a company. So doing Swan Lake was very, very like the youth ballet things I used to do, but it just took it to that next level. It was so professional, and it was just an amazing experience to do. And hopefully in the future that will become my normal job, which would be amazing. I love this question. This is, describe your personality in 3 words. I want you guys to do this question as well, so comment below 3 words that describe your personality. So mine would probably be, maybe I'm very focused, but also I can be very like bubbly and just like kind of la-da-da, I don't know what to say. Not vague, I mean, I can be sometimes, but something around those lines. And then maybe, it's always that last word I can never think of. And I think the last word would be positive. So those are my 3 words. Oh, it's getting really hot in here. Oh no, oh god, I only just realized I have this lipstick mark down here. God damn it, why do I do that? I like this one. This one is, what competition or show have you been most nervous for? I can't really remember a very distinct performance I've been in. So I think one of them would be when I was at YGP before I did Santanella. I've got to say though, I think the reason why I was nervous though was because I had previously been sick with food poisoning, so I guess, you know, it's pretty normal that I would have been a bit nervous because I still felt a little bit nauseous, and I just, you know what I mean, like coming from being sick, there hasn't been a distinct memory of being super nervous. So I guess that's a good thing. And if you would also, just a little plug, but if you'd like to learn some tips on how to not be nervous, the link will be down below to the video that I have done about it. What are you looking to accomplish in 2018? So I guess like goals for next year for dance, I'm gonna be like super honest and personal what I need to improve on. So I think the first thing for me I'd like to improve on is kind of switching between that soft, drifty Talia mode and turn that into a Natalia Ospanova, really sharp on the ball. And I do think it is important to have the soft side, but though I do think I need to improve on that sharp side. And that's the ultimate thing to a ballerina, is being able to change roles, change styles, and it is the hardest thing as well, so that will come in time. I guess that won't happen next year, but it is something I'm working on for a goal for next year and for my whole ballet career. I'd also next year really like to work on more flexibility things and also artistry. I have worked a lot on artistry this year and I do think I have improved, but I just want to improve it even more. I mean, everything you can improve on. Yeah, I still obviously want to improve on it more, but yeah. Favorite song right now? That is so obvious. I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift's song in her Reputation album called Don't Blame Me. Literally the other day I was playing it all day, did not stop playing it. It's kind of embarrassing, but I really like that song. I think it's my favorite song out of her whole album, which says something. How not to bulk up muscle. This is a good one. I guess it's more about doing exercises and strengthening exercises that just use your own body. So if you don't want to bulk up muscle, don't use, for example, weights and doing all that kind of weightlifting gym people thing, if you get what I mean. Use more of your body muscle and you will strengthen your muscles in a more lean way. And I think the other thing to having lean muscles without bulking up is doing cardio, but on the ground, more so on the ground. For example, doing lots of high intense ab work and like side pulses. Instead of doing bicycle work, that can sometimes maybe bulk up your quads if you do it too much. So I do suggest just doing more things on the ground. So yeah, that might help. Try it out. Tips for variations. This is another great question. I've been getting so many good questions. Thank you for the question, guys. So this one is very, very, very important. Choosing a variation, you should choose something that suits you. Don't worry about how hard it is or how popular it is and how unpopular. Go for something that suits your style and personality. That is more important and it will help you more in the long run, so then in a competition you will be more likely to win, I guess, or do well. For example, I will give an example. So if you're a very light dancer with a lot of expression and buzz and bubbliness, go for something like Bluebird, for example. That is a really up and lifting variation. If you are amazing at doing grand jetés and jumps and anything like that, go for like a Gamzati or even a shades variation like the Cabriole one. That's amazing for any jumpers out there. And also, of course, styles. For example, if you're a very soft dancer, go for a soft variation. Or if you're that really sassy dancer, go for like a Kitri. You know what I mean. Pick something that suits you. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up with this final question, and it is, what is your favorite thing in ballet? For example, turns, petit allegro, blah 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 blah. I think one of my favorite things to do is a type of waltz turn exercise. For example, like, you know how you go chasse pas de bourre and da 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 and da, da. You get the drift, like that type of thing. I love doing those. It really just makes me feel free. And the other one I really like to do is Grand Allegro. That really just makes me feel really happy whenever I do that as well. I don't have one favorite, but I have two. Alright guys, so that completes the Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it because I certainly did. And make sure you are subscribed to my Instagram. Why did I say that? Make sure you are following my Instagram and also my Twitter, so you are there for when I ask for Q&A questions. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!